have an extra pot.
Who got one? Who need one?
Shalom, shalom. Giving honor and praise to the Most High Yah and the Son Yahushua. We are about the acts of the Most High coming to you on another Wednesday class, Bible study. The name of the class is called Count It All Joy. Brother Stephen, what's the name of the class? Count It All Joy. We just come to get edified in the Most High's name, man, through His Word and through His Spirit, man, that He has in us, man, to retain these precepts, man. Give me 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 8. Go straight into it, man. Look at 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 8.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 13, verse 8. For we can do nothing against the truth.
The Bible said we can't do nothing against this truth. You can choose a side, whether hot or cold. It don't matter which side you choose. You can't do nothing against this truth, man. Read.
But for the truth.
But for the truth. Everything in every detail of your life, you can't do nothing. Oh man, I failed this test, Lord. I didn't keep the commandment this time. I failed it. You can't do nothing. Still can't. Just because you failed that test, you still can't do nothing against this truth. It's just a test you just failed. The Most High word don't go out void, man. It do not go out void. People change. People hearts change. People keep the commandments. People don't keep the commandments. You can't do nothing against this truth, man. Nobody can do nothing against this truth, man. Read.
Verse 9. For we are glad when we are weak.
Because we are glad when we are weak. Just like Yahushua, he was glad when he was weak too at his weakest moment. When he was fat, when he came out before the day fast, he was glad too. But also, when we are changed into a lower state, we still supposed to be glad. Just like when we having feast days and we having a good time in our life and everything seems like it's clicking on all cylinders, still supposed to be glad and glad in the moments when it's not clicking on all cylinders. When everything ain't all good, you got to be glad in either one of them, man. Read on up.
And ye are strong.
Mm-hmm.
And this also we wish, even your perfection.
Even your perfection. That's in even in your perfection, you keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. We still must be counting this thing all joy, man. Still supposed to be counting this thing all joy. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8. Right quick. Let's go get us something on our forefather Moses. Most High commanded him at this time to humble the children of Israel down. We was in the wilderness at the time. He commanded us to humble us down. 8. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8, and verse 2. I'm gonna start at verse 2.
Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 2. And thou shalt remember all the way which the Lord thy God led thee these 40 years in the wilderness.
He said, we shall remember this time that the Lord had led us in the wilderness. Read on. For 40 years. Read.
To humble thee.
To do what?
To humble thee.
He said to humble thee. That word humble is a big word in this whole precept. It's humble. Because the next word that is gonna be bold too. Read on up.
And to prove thee.
And to prove thee. The Most High had to humble us and to prove us. Because when you humble, you don't humble somebody when everything's all good. You humble somebody when things is all bad. When you can humble yourself down to the point, guess what? Because sometimes people go through things and they just don't want to humble down. And some people show humbleness in the glory too, because when you giving yourself glory over the Most High, there's no humbleness in there, man. That's why the Most High had to kill out all the elders, so Joshua and Caleb could take the ones that's in the younger generation that did humble themselves down to go to the promised land. Read.
And to prove thee, to know what was in thine heart.
To know what is in your heart, man. When we at a lower state or a high state, man, the Most High needs to know if you for him or you against him. Read.
Whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no.
He said whether you keep the commandments or no. He had to know. That's how.
Go ahead, Salaki.
Go ahead.
No, that's why Salaki on that. But that's why a lot of times, guess what? When the Sabbath come, what happened? A problem always come up, man. That's the Most High God trying us. When our holy days come up, guess what? That's the Most High God trying us to see whether or not, or y'all, like we always say, persevere, or y'all gonna push through in spite of. Go and keep the commandments. Go and keep my my Sabbath. I know we get phone calls a lot of times, man. I this, that, man, this. Hey, we doing this sitting back. Hey, choose God rather than me. You know, that's all that we can tell, brothers and sisters. And guess what? You got to line up your life according to the scriptures, man. You got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Go ahead,
you must work your own, your salvation out with fear and trembling. That's a must, man. Read on now.
Verse 3. And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger.
You see, because he man, because guess what? Anybody, when they get hungry, I guarantee you get humble. You're like, man, I don't even want that chicken today, and I don't want this, and I don't want that. But when you get hungry, what kind of chicken that is again? You don't care what it is. Guess what? When you hungry, everybody's humble when they hungry. You don't care what it is, especially, man, close all the rest of these stores down and just have 7-Eleven food. Nobody in here eats 7-Eleven food. But I guarantee you, everybody in here be trying this 7-Eleven food. That's all we got, man. Read up.
And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger and fed thee with manna.
And he fed thee with manna. He ain't asking for a quarter. He ain't asking for a dime. See, but in our humbleness, we must be aware of what the blessings the Most High giving out in there too. When he humbling us, man. Look at what the great thing the Most High pulls out of. When he humbling you, when he trying you, he shows us favor through our humbleness and he trying us. He has always done this for us, man. Read up.
Which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee known that man doth not live by bread only.
Because that's what he was trying to let us know, man. You don't live by bread only. You got to live by what I tell y'all to live by my laws, by my statutes and commandments, man. This bread gonna make you was hungry in your stomach and your belly was tingling, but that lake of fire is right around the corner and you don't want to catch this. So I take the hunger for 2,000, Alex, if we were playing Jeopardy. I take that hunger. Then to catch that lake of fire, man. Read.
But by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Lord doth man live. Does
man live by every word that come out of God's mouth?
Let me get a precept real quick.
Go
Give me
ahead.
the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16 and verse 26. Because it's saying the same thing. A lot of times when Solomon was writing this book, guess what he was quoting? He was quoting the Old Testament. And he expounded on a lot of things that was in the word. It's saying the same thing that Captain Jerbaugh just brought out, just an extra precept to have in your arsenal. When you get there, officer, y'all read that for me.
Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 26. That thy children, O Lord, whom thou lovest, might know that it is not the growing of fruits that nourisheth man.
So guess what? It's not the food, just like I just went into. It's not the food that nourishes our spirit. They can do somewhat little for the body, but guess what? You need spiritual food to get you into the kingdom. Read on now.
But that it is thy word.
It is thy what?
It is thy word.
It's the word of the Most High God. And what's found in the word of God? The laws, statutes, and commandments. Read on now.
But it is thy word which preserveth them that put their trust in thee.
Guess what? That preserving is preserving us to the kingdom, that put our trust in him. So it's the word of the Most High God that helps us get through these things. Go ahead.
Also, Yahweh
26
quoted that in Matthew 4:4 also. He repeated that to the devil when the devil was trying to tempt him.
Dost thou tempt his deep? Let's go back to Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 4. I'm going to show you how the Lord blessing. Even though he's humbling the children of Israel at this time, he still has blessings in the midst of the trying us, man. Read that up.
Verse 4. The raiment waxed not old upon thee, neither did thy foot swell these 40 years.
It said the raiment on them didn't get old for 40 years, man. He said, neither did thy foot swell. Man, that is a blessed. Man, look at it. Who in here got a 40-year-old shirt, a 40-year-old dress, a 40-year-old headscarf?
That's some 40-year-old feet that ain't swollen.
Come on, man.
They've been walking around the mountain
For 40 straight years. Who in there got that, man? In the midst of his trying us and building us and getting us ready for greatness, that's what he has blessings and set up for us to make sure that we still be accommodated, because we still the best of the best, man. When we still the greatest, man, and the Lord makes sure that he don't take that out of us, man. At any given time, he could have took that. Just think of in our lowest estate, man. Here in this captivity that we in right now, in our lowest estate. You just think about how the Most High got us down, and all nations they despise us, man, and they look down on us, but we the best of everything though. Whatever we do, everybody do. If we sag our pants, the other nation gonna sag their pants too, man. If we do the two step to the left and don't go back to the right, we just keep stepping to the left, all of the other nations gonna start stepping to the left too. Because we the best of the best, and the Most High, even in our captivity, he never took this away from us, man. Our glory still stands amongst the world, even though we can't see it as a nation. He still makes sure that he has this for us, man. That's why we got to count everything all joy to the Most High, man. Read on up.
Verse 5, thou shalt also consider in thine heart that as a man chasteneth his son, so the Lord thy God chasteneth thee.
That's how he does for us. Just because you chasten your son, man, you ain't gonna, man, you your son and did something wrong, man. Guess what, man? You ain't gonna dog him out, or your daughter, you ain't gonna dog her out. But you got to let her know, or let him know that they did wrong. And sometimes you might have to take some of them toys away from them. And sometimes you might have to put them on punishment for a little while. But that's still your son, man. Or that's still your daughter. And you still must take care of them as the Lord commanded us to do, man. Let's go to James chapter 1.
Precept on that.
Go ahead,
What is that? Oh, now go ahead, because I want to ask that question, see what brothers is out there thinking. What? Because I already know for to go to who got a precept for that in the New Testament, where they was quoting that thing from. Here's somebody, you got one? Chasten thy son. Brother Shanat, you got one? Yeah. Brother Ezra, you got one out? I know Nehemiah, we touched on it about a couple Sabbaths ago, real quick, so I can get back to his class. Yeah, what precept is?
That's what I said. I don't know what precept, but I know what verse you're talking about.
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 6.
Okay. I had 12, verse 5.
Yeah, 5 and 6.
Come on there. Let's go to James chapter 1, verse 2. James chapter 1, verse 2.
The book of James, chapter 1, verse 2. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations.
He said, count it all joy when you fall in diverse temptations. We must count it all joy, man, because every decision that we make, it's not gonna be always the best decision. Can't nobody in here or can't nobody in the world say they always make all the best decisions. We try to. We try to make decisions the best we can. But when we do fall short of the glory, we still supposed to count it all joy, because you know chastening is something somewhere around the corner when you do fall short of their glory, man. Read on up.
Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
It said the trying of your faith don't have to work. It works patience, man. Because a lot of the Bible said, woe to him that done lost patience. Read.
But let patience have her perfect work.
Because read that part over again, man.
But let patience have her perfect work.
And that's what we must learn how to be with each other. That's why we must learn how to be. That's brotherly love, man. Having patience with your brother, man. Having patience with your sister, man. And let it work its perfection out, man. Because sometimes, let's go to Proverbs. Holy precept. No, Proverbs 15. Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 1.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger.
He said a soft word turneth away wrath, man. Sometimes brothers don't get it. Sometimes you just might not get it. But we got to keep on being consistent, man. We got to keep on showing this thing and how to talk in due season. Matter of fact, jump over to verse 23.
Verse 23, Proverbs chapter 15. A man has joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season. How good is it?
He said that word spoken in due season, because a lot of brothers can't see the season, and see the season they in when they dealing with each other. Sometimes when you look at the hurtness of a brother, sometimes it ain't time to play with that brother. Sometimes you gotta let that brother make it, man. Sometimes you see the sister might be going through something. Sometimes you just have to let her make it, but sometimes the sister might just need a hug, or the brother might just need a hug, man. Or brother just might need to say, man, hey man, pick your head up, man. You need me, brother. I'm here for you, and just walk away. Those little things that how you can speak different words in due season. How good is that, man? For us to do this, man. Whether you dealing with your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your children. Sometimes we all get caught up, man, and we speak words out of season, and then people take things the wrong way. Then here we go, loop de loop. There's gonna something to happen because we ain't speaking these words in due season. We got to learn how to season our tongue, man, with this word, with discernment. People, man, that's one of the biggest things Israel and the churches say they got discernment, but when they start talking, you don't see no discernment about them. If you see a brother down and out, what you gonna do? Kick him in the face, or you gonna help him up, man? We got to learn how to be that thing, man. And if we can't learn how to do that thing now, you're not gonna get to the wilderness, and all of a sudden it's just gonna pop in your mind. Oh man, I want to help this brother. He down. Nope, you still gonna have the same attitude, because the Most High, and his son your house, y'all gonna make sure you have that same energy when you get there, because he's gonna have to correct that thing in front of everybody, and you're gonna be an example. You're gonna be an example in front of the whole nation, because you didn't correct it there, and you done somehow slipped through the crack, and he just had to go ahead and go and make you an example. Let's go back. James chapter 1, verse 4.
James chapter 1, verse 4. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. Because I know if I'm feeling down and out, I know when I come up in here, man, I know it's gonna be good like a mug, man. It's gonna be joyful to my heart, man. I be driving home almost smiling the whole way home, man. I live 25 miles from here, man, and be smiling all the way home sometime, man. Because I know, man, it's just a joyful time, man. Look, even just going over Bruce's house this week, man, just stopping by helping, man. Look at it. The whole time we together, it's just a beautiful time, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. That's love working in the perfection, man. That when you can deal with people like that, man. That's something, man, you can't look here, man. You can't buy that in the store, man. You just can't buy that, man. So you can't beat that with a stick.
You can't, man. Read on, now.
Verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, that give it to all men liberally.
And that's why he left us the comforter, man, which is this law, statutes, and commandment, which is his Bible, man. We ask God, we pray, and then we read his word, and then he show us, like, here you go, right here, son, this is what you was looking for, and turn on this page, I got something for you. And it brings joy to your heart. Or a brother come bring, all of a sudden you talking to one of the brews, and he just bring out exactly what you was asking the Lord about. Or you talking to one of the sisters, and she said exactly what you just asked the Lord about. You like, dang. That's love in the perfection of the Most High, man, how he shows us that's obedient to him, man. Read on now.
Ask of God that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. But let him ask in faith.
But we must ask the Most High in faith, man, that he's gonna make sure that we get our just answer, man. Read on now.
but let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed.
Now, every time Yahushua, when he did those miracles, I'm talking about when he healed the sick, when he healed the lame, when he did all these different miracles, what's the first thing he asked him? Do you believe? He always asked them, do you believe? And when they said, I believe, that's when he healed them. He always asked them before he healed anybody, he asked them, do you believe? And that's the faith we must have, man. In whatever we going through, with the faith we must have is what? Do we believe? Do we believe, man? Read on up.
Verse 7. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord.
Read.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Because you can't be riding the fence, man. Well, Lord, you might, because the Lord might do it. He might do it or he might not do it. Come on, man. Can't be double-minded. So if is the Lord gonna do it or he ain't gonna do it? Do you believe this? Or you don't believe it? Do you believe it or don't you believe it?
You got a precept on that?
Go ahead, huh?
Matthew 7:7. That's what the house I was telling them. He was speaking.
The book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 7. Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you.
Read 8.
For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened.
So a lot of times it's just saying when you asking for something and you praying to the Most High, not stupid stuff, not a card.
Yeah, we gonna go
answers
into
of this Bible and answers of what he's trying to do or what he's going on. You got to believe, like he said, the brother said, you got to have faith that he's going to give you that answer. So you can't just turn away. Sometimes you be getting answers and we do like what we want to do. I ain't like that answer. Sometimes you just got to accept the answer that he gave you sometimes, whether it be good or whether it be bad, because sometimes it's to shake us and make us right. That's all I got.
Fun on it. And to back that thing up, let's go to Sirach chapter 18. Sirach chapter 18, and we're going to start at verse 19. Sirach chapter 18, verse 19.
The book of Sirach, chapter 18, verse 19. Learn before thou speak.
You said do what?
Learn before thou speak.
Man, it's a lot of people can't even comprehend it. There's a lot of people can't comprehend it. I want you to read that real slow, man.
Learn before thou speak.
It says you must learn before thou speak, because a lot of people just here you go. You must learn before we speak, man. Read.
And use psychic. And use psychic or ever thou be sick. Psychic. Physics. Okay.
Yeah, it's a doctor, man. Whenever you see you supposed to, this basically going in physicians, man.
And use physics or ever thou be sick.
Well, I ain't know which verse you read. Yeah, we're supposed to use physicians when we sick. But the Bible explains about how we use physicians too. Read on.
Before judgment, examine thyself.
It said before what?
Before judgment, examine thyself.
Before you judge anything, examine yourself, man. Read.
And in the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy.
And that's how mercy comes, because you check your own spirit. Then once I check my spirit, I can be able to tell you how to check your spirit, because I didn't examine myself. I know I'm there when I tell you that. Some people don't do it. They just, they blurt out scribes and Pharisees, but they actually live like the scribes and Pharisees, because they don't know they don't know the things the scribes and Pharisees did. Only they know, they just know what the Christian church say about the scribes and Pharisees. Scribes and Pharisees, scribes and Pharisees. And they don't know what the scribes and Pharisees did. Read.
Humble thyself before thou be sick, and in the time of sins, shew repentance.
It said, humble thyself before you get sick, before you go off, before you get dragged away, before you get tossed to and fro, or before you get literally sick. Because you know our favorite thing, man, the Bible just be funny, man. This nigga makes me sick. You better humble yourself for somebody to make you sick, man. You got to humble yourself, man. Read on up.
And in the time of sin, sure repentance. Let nothing hinder thee to pay thy vow in due time.
Because when you say a vow or you say something that you're going to try to do something, make sure you try to do it or explain. Guess sometimes you have to say, well, brother, I can't do it, man. I said I can do it, but hey, I don't think I can be able to do it. Some people won't even say that, man. They'll just let you fall. Man, I thought you said you're going to do such and such. Man, brother, oh, man, I forgot, man. Sometimes people do forget, though. Sometimes people do forget. That's what the mercy comes in at. But when you vow, then you're supposed to be doing exactly that thing, though. We don't
let nothing hinder thee to pay the vow in due time, and defer not unto death to be justified.
He said, man, don't be waiting till you die to be justified, man. Read on up.
Before thou prayest.
Now this is what we're getting into now. Now when you're going into the Most High, he said, before thou prayest, read.
Prepare thyself.
Prepare thyself, man. Don't just go up in it, because some people just go into them prayers according to Matthew 6, man, have these long, extensive prayers to the Lord. Oh, I prayed all night long. And you said the same thing all night long, man. The Lord said, prepare yourself before you go pray to him. Why would you go to the king and go to the Father with just blabbering? Man, you need to be, well, I'll be gathering my stuff just as it go, man. Okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna go, and now I got something to go to the Father with. I got something to go to your house shop so he can take you to the Father, man. Send one of the angels up there, man, and hope the big man can hear me, man.
This is very important, man. This is instructions on how to pray.
Yes, it is.
Like Ak is going into, you want to get your thoughts together. You want to get the things that you want to pray about. You want to make sure that it's, like we always say, unselfish prayers. It's just getting yourself ready before you pray. Because just like I said, a lot of times we just go and just blab out about anything. Most times sitting up there with the Archangel Raphael sitting there, because he's the one that take the prayers to the Most High. Like, man, this brother needs to get his thoughts together. You know, I'm not taking it to the Most High. You know, so that scripture right there is very important, man, especially doing, like I said, doing prayer.
Calling on it. It is. Because a lot of people don't know that when they pray. A lot of people just bust out prayers.
Yeah.
You wonder why they didn't get answered.
Yeah. Right.
I was trying to mediator. He got to be able to understand what you're talking about so he can take it to the Most High. He got to be able to understand it. He like,
this? Nope, I don't want that. This. I don't want that either. Because you just blabbing. Read, y'all.
Before thou prayest, prepare thyself, and be not as one that tempteth the Lord.
Yeah, but don't tempt the Lord, man. Brother, he know what you gonna ask, man. Don't go in and ask for no extra. Look here, man. Like I said, man, you don't need what you call it. S550, man. You know you don't need it. You just want it just because it's a. Now, don't get it twisted, man. The Most High give us blessings all the way around.
Yeah, that's right.
Look, brother, get the S550 and then we'll go back in 2 months. Hey, brother.
You trying to floss through
Try to floss. That's it, man.
Instead of coming to Sabbath class.
Come on, man. Read on now.
Verse 24. Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end.
Now, that's the reason why you supposed to be preparing what to say to the Most High. Because some people mess around and say, man, Lord, I pray you kill this nigga. Well, I pray you kill that sister. You don't know the same ditch you dig from somebody else, you might well dig for yourself, man. You might well dig 2 of them. When he go in, you might well do a headbutt in that mug, because you're going to be headbutting that mug next, man. You can't dig no ditch for nobody else like that, man. Read up.
Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end, and the time of vengeance, when he shall turn away his face.
Okay, read up.
When thou hast enough, remember the time of hunger.
Now when he said, he telling you to remember the vengeance, remember the end of things, remember when you got enough. Guess what? Remember when you was hungry too. All of these is giving the Most High glory in all the blessings that he give us, man.
Man, I'm glad that scripture, man, that thing is heavy, especially for the times that's going on now, because with coronavirus, we want to make sure brothers and sisters are saving their money, handling their business, because guess what? We seen how this thing came. You never know how long you're going to be out for a job. for the food. That's why I'm glad I'll be on the glide, telling brothers and sisters to bring whatever foods that they can, so we can have a contingency plan here in the building. Water. These are the things that brothers and sisters need to be thinking about, just in case. Guess what? This thing go further. You be out of a job longer. We don't want to be just spending money just effortlessly, especially doing us, because money comes to us hard. You know what I'm saying? So every money that we have, we must save it for the things that we need. So that this scripture is very important, and it's in full effect right now, man. We need to be cautious of the things that we spend on. We don't want to just be buying all this, and it's okay to have some things, and guess what? Get the things that you need. But if you have an abundance of things that you just don't need no more. We have to be mindful of that scripture, man.
And we must be mindful of that, man. That's the whole point. I mean, because this right here is still talking about prayer to the Most High. Things that we supposed to have our mindset on. We supposed to have our mindset when we come to the Lord. Man, I gotta say, what man just ignorantly will do it, but what man will come to the Father and you don't even know what to say? Well, Lord, I don't know what to say. Nigga, ain't you breathing? Did you just get up out your seat a few minutes ago? You don't know what to say to me? You can't say nothing? You can't give me no glory? That's how the Lord looking. Nothing? Okay, then just go and walk away then. Next thing you know, you done stub your big toe and your hair fell off. I don't know what happened. It just happened. Go ahead.
When thou hast enough, remember the time of hunger.
He said, when you have enough, remember the time when you was hungry, man. You must put something back, man. This is the blessing that the Lord given to you, and you praying these different prayers, man. Read.
And when thou art rich, think upon poverty and need.
He said, when he giving you substance, the things that you don't pray for, think upon those things that where you was at. Remember the time when you didn't have nothing to eat. Remember those times. He wants you to know the good. He wants you to know at your high points, but he also wants you to know your low points so you can still stay humble. Because sometimes people get something, boy, and you can't tell a nigga nothing, especially he got a few dollars in his pocket and he ain't never had nothing, man. I'm telling you.
Man, let me get a precept, because let me see. We always picking brother's brain. Who also prayed for this? I know brother should know. Who you got, brother Nathan? Yeah. Pray for. Where he asked the Most High, neither give me riches. I'm giving it to you now.
That's Solomon.
All praise. Give me that precept real quick. Give me 1 Kings chapter 13, verse 12. Y'all can write this precept next down to that, because it's an example. A lot of times there's always examples in the scriptures.
Said 1 Kings?
Yeah, 1 Kings chapter 3, verse start at verse 9.
Book of 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 9. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people.
And that's what a lot of times, even with us, that's what I pray for. Brothers in leadership, to give us the Most High, to give us more understanding and more wisdom to judge the people in our congregation righteously, to bring a good understanding to the brothers and sisters. Read on up.
That I may discern between good and bad.
That we want to make sure that we, guess what, bringing a righteous judgment and not bringing an unjust judgment. Read on up.
For who is able to judge this, thy so great a people?
Read on up.
And the speech pleased the Lord.
Because when we pray unselfish prayers, guess what? That pleased the Most High. When you're thinking about the betterment of your nation, guess what? That pleases the Most High. Read on up.
And the speech pleased the Lord.
Read on.
That Solomon had asked this thing.
Read verse 11.
And God said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life.
He didn't ask for a long life. Read on up.
Neither have asked riches for thyself.
Lord, give me this S550 and a Super 401k plan and all this stuff. Read on up.
Nor hast asked the life of thine enemies. But hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment.
Guess what? That is a very important prayer that Solomon was asking, for understanding and discernment to handle certain situations, to deal with your sister on sister or brother on brother. Go ahead.
Going up. Let's go back. Sirach chapter 18. We on verse what's that, verse 26? Sirach chapter 18, verse 26.
Verse 26, Sirach chapter 18. From the morning until the evening, the time is changed, and all things are soon done before the Lord. A wise man will fear everything, and in the day of sinning, he will beware of offense. But a fool will not observe time.
So he said a fool won't observe time. A fool don't see what's going on until you get hit upside his head. Don't be one of them people, man. You got to get slapped upside your head before you understand, man. Read.
Verse 28. Every man of understanding knoweth wisdom, and will give praise unto him that found her.
You said every man of understanding gonna give praise to where you got the wisdom from the from the Most High and His Son Yahweh, man. Read, y'all.
They that were of understanding in sayings become also wise themselves, and poured forth exquisite parables.
Because you can see how good when brothers sit up there and they can break them precepts down and give you the best understanding all day long, man. Brothers can do it, man. I've seen some of the best be out there teaching, man. And they can make you understand it, man. Even in teaching in them class, when they can make you understand it. Read on,
Go not after thy lust.
But don't go after your own lust. When you praying to the Most High, do not go after your own lust, man. The Lord don't. That's what same thing I just brought out about King Solomon, man. He didn't go after his own lust. Lord, I'm king now. Make me live forever. He didn't go after that, man. He went out to try to seek approval to the Most High and what he should do on how to do with the Most High's people, man. Read.
But refrain thyself from thine appetite.
You got to refrain yourself from your own appetite, man. That's something that we must get our mindset to do, man. Let's go to John chapter 15 right quick. See what your house shall say about this thing, man. See what your house shall say about this thing. John chapter 15 verse 13.
The book of John, chapter 15, verse 13. Greater love had no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friend.
Yeah. It said no greater love than a man laying his life down for his friend, man. That's what we do week after week after week after weekend, week after weekend, man. And if we physically have to give our life down for our people, man, we will do that too, man. Read up.
Ye are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you.
What the Bible say up?
Ye are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you.
The Bible said, Yahweh said, you are my friend if you do what I command you. Because he is the word of God. So he's going to be telling you exactly what the Lord is saying, man. Read up.
Henceforth I call you not servants.
He said, henceforth I call you not servants, but what?
For the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends.
He said he have called us friend, man. Read.
For all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you.
Read.
Ye have not chosen me.
This is the point I'm trying to touch. He said, you ain't chosen me. That's the point. You ain't chosen. Look at, man, what person in this truth chose this truth? The Lord made sure that you heard it, man, and gave you an opportunity. Do you want the job or don't you want the job?
And to prove that point, and to prove what you're saying, what man or woman chose the truth? How could you choose what you ain't know about? He had to enlighten us about it.
Gun on it. And it's going to say it too. Read on.
Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you.
And did what?
And ordained.
And he ordained us, man. That's why a lot of times you see brothers get out of truth, man, and they start doing their own. Brothers go bug the hell out because the Lord told you to do this and you want to do what you want to do. Well, Lord, them niggas did me this, and Lord looking at you like, man, just keep the commandments, man. Humble yourself now. Man, they came in and they rebuked me, man, and they did this. Man, just keep the commandments, man. Who fight is this? if you can't do nothing, that's why I read 2 Corinthians 13:8 before I even started the class. You can't do nothing for the truth. You can't do nothing against this truth. The things that you upset about, you upset on your own. It ain't because the Bible did something to you. It ain't because the Most High did something to you. It's because chastening will come, and you got to be able to accept the chastening, man. Read.
That ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit shall remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name,
in His name, read,
He may give it you.
Because that's what, man. Like you said, man, we just read in Sirach, man. You got to know what you're gonna ask for, though. Don't just go up here sending these prayers up, man, and seeing why your prayers ain't getting answered, man. You asking these stupid prayers, man. Hey, Lord, I want to grow some wings out of my back. I just want to fly all over the city and spread this word, man. Lord, looking at you. Come on, fool. Why don't you take this car out here and drive all over the city, man?
What precept is the fruit of the Spirit? You know, Captain Nehemiah just did that class Sunday. Anybody got a precept? You know what that thing is, man. He just did it real quick, so I get back to the class. Brother Stephanie, you know that precept?
I want to say Deuteronomy.
Fruit of the Spirit.
That's what happens when you bail out on us.
Galatians
Go ahead,
5 verse 22.
All praise, That's exactly right.
All
praise.
Galatians 5 and 22. That's the fruits of the Spirit, and it explained that. It's like how Captain Nehemiah went into class on the first day. Go ahead, Captain Joe.
And guess what? That's the reason why that's the reason why Yahushua seen that tree, seen that fig tree. What did he do when he wasn't bringing forth fruit? Come on, man.
On the road to the tulip.
On the road to the tulip. What's your coach you said all weekend?
It cost you a little bit.
It might cost you a little bit,
It might cost you a lot.
but it might cost you a lot. But it gonna cost you. It gonna cost you, man. It might cost you a little. It might cost you a lot, but it's gonna cost you. All right. Read on now.
Verse 17. These things I command you, that you love one another.
Man, we must love one another, man. We must treat each other, man, in charity and love. We must honor and respect each other, man. We ain't trying to offend nobody. But guess what? We can't not play the games with nobody, man. These commandments and these scriptures say what they say, man. Read.
If the world hates you,
Mm-hmm.
you know that it hated me before it hated you.
He said, if the word hates you, he said they hated me because I'm the word of God, man. Christ, man, all of this Christ be talking, man. He talk above their head every time, man. And if you ain't got him that got to hear, just let him hear, man.
I want to read 17 again now.
Read it over.
Read 17.
These things I command you, that ye love one another.
Read 12.
This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you.
Our people have to understand that us loving one another is a commandment. If we got to not loving one another, we breaking the law. If we having envy and strife with one another and ain't trying to fix it and just running around with whatever attitude we got, how we feel it, and not trying to fix it, you are in the midst of sin and breaking the law. That's why I wanted to point this out. Right. If you not here to love one another, then you in sin. He commanded us to love one another because he already know we are hard-headed, stiff-necked people. We coming out of captivity. When you have to command, you ain't have to command nobody else to love one another. But you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, boy, he know how we act. And he know, oh, these niggas to the point where they stepping on shoes, killing each other. I got to make them love one another.
Man, the prime example. You take children in the household, they in there boxing like a mug.
You got the prime example to love one another.
Come on, man. The prime example with your children. If you can't see that we ain't the children of Israel, look how we fight at home. I'm talking about straight fight like a mug. Why you turn the TV? Nigga, I want to turn the TV if I want to. They in there rumbling like a mug. You in there, man. Look here. You in there. You bring the belt in and make them go down the Soul Train line.
and like name of our class, count it our joy. Count it our joy that we able to come together.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? Count it all joy. So when we do come together, it's supposed to be in joy. Because in the curses, we got cursed for not serving the Lord with joyfulness and gladness of heart. So if you come in here with a messed up attitude, how can you have joy with the people that you're around? You're not gonna have joy. You're gonna bring despair to people with that kind of attitude problem. And I'm just reiterating it again. Whether it's husband and wife, brother and sister, brother and brother, or whatever, if we don't come in here, you got your head wrapped, you got your friends on, and you ain't coming in here to love one another, then you are breaking the law.
Because according to what Matthew 22, 36 through 40, he said he gave you 2 new commandments. It's the same commandment that he been giving you. Because guess what? In 1 John, it tells you, well, I ain't gave you no new commandment. I'm not gave you no new commandment. But he had to tell them simple-minded nigga, I'm gonna give y'all want some new commandment, I'm gonna give it to you.
Because they wasn't doing it.
Because they was not, we still not doing it.
It's new to them. It's new to our brothers that ain't in the truth. Because when we in the world, we ain't loving one another. Loving niggas? Are you crazy?
But look, no. What is you sweet?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Let's go back, man. John chapter 15, verse 18.
Verse 18. If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you.
Read.
If you were of the world,
it said if you was of the world, read.
The world would love his own.
Because that's just like if you give in to your family member, you get out this walk, you give it to your family member, they'll take you back. So they arms wide open, man. I knew you were coming back. I knew you were coming back, man. You couldn't hold on to that Bible. I know that stuff was fake, wasn't it, man? And then guess what?
You're gonna take this Christmas.
Yeah. Real. The world love you. They, man, our family members and our friends, but they just wait to see what you gonna do. See if you gonna keep letting that light shine. That nigga gonna fall off, or she gonna fall off. That B will be right back next week. That's what. She ain't no B no more. She an Israelite.
That's right.
He ain't no nigga no more. He's an Israelite, man. The Most High called us from the beginning, man. Read.
But because ye are not of the world, so like the world would love his own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world.
The Lord chose us out of the world, man. Out of all our family, that's about all your family members and your friends. He chose you out of all of them, man. Dang, man, that bring chills on me, man. He chills you. Look at it, man. I don't know how many brothers y'all got, man. I got a bunch of them. And out of all my brothers and sisters, man, I had an ear to hear, man, the eyes to see, man. The Most High chose me out of all of them, man. I don't know why he chose me, but he did. Hey, all praise. That's it, man.
So when people think that we just up here just doing something, we're not in control of this, man. The Most High chose us to do this. We can't help what we doing. It's out of our hands.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't sit up here and say, Bruce, let's get us a building. Let's push us our own doctrine just so we can be seen of men. No, we didn't even know each other.
That's right.
Real.
This thing grew. You know what I'm saying? We grew in the brothers and grew into loving one another and knowing one another. And as the process of time, all the pieces coming together, but we not sitting plotting. This a 1 year plan. This a 2 year plan of where we gonna be battle axes. In 5 years we gonna be. No, we going this thing day for day. Because the Most High is in control of this thing. He chose us.
Real. He driving it too. He doing it. That's all he doing. He driving that thing. Hey, we enjoying the ride, man.
I felt like I hit the lottery.
No, praise it, man. That's how we should all feel.
I felt like I hit the lottery.
That's how we should all feel, man. Ooh. Read on now.
But I have chosen you out of the world. Therefore the world hated you.
Now, guess what? Now you know why your friends and your family hate you. Because he chose you out of every one of them, man. He's like what they say, you can't help who you love. You can't help who you love, man. Read on up.
Remember the word that I say unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you.
Because if they persecute me, man, your house shot. Guess what? Some of us will get persecuted, man. Some of us will. Read.
If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also.
Let's see, but look, he said they ain't listening to me. Guess what? They ain't gonna listen to you. But if they did listen to me, they will listen to you too.
That's right. Let me get a precept real quick. Give me Matthew's chapter y'all excuse me, man. You already know what I want. Matthew's gone out of my Bible, man. Matthew's 5 and
I want 5 and 11.
I want jump up to 10.
Jump up to 10.
Brother in the spirit. I already know, man. Brothers in the spirit, man. All praises, man. That's what it's all about, man.
Book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 10.
Because let's see what Christ said when they are persecuting us. You know, when we are going through tribulation from the world. Read this.
Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake.
Read that again.
Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake.
All the hell that we catch at home, guess what? At the job, in the world. Guess what Christ said? He said, we blessed in that thing, man. That's a blessing. Because guess what? We get persecuted for righteousness' sake. Righteousness is what? The keeping of his commandments. So we get persecuted for doing the right thing. Read on up.
For theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Read that again.
For theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
So when we getting persecuted, guess what? For righteousness, man, this is letting us know that Lord's will, we'll make it to the kingdom, man. Because it's not going to be peaches and cream walking in this truth, man. It's just not going to be that way.
We don't get heaven until we get heaven. A lot of people want heaven now. So we don't get heaven until we get to walk through the gates. So we got long suffering to do while we're here. And a lot of people think it's going to be perfect when they come into the truth. No, we just getting started.
Yep.
It wouldn't even be perfect if we had our own country and was running our own government. We still have issues with the other nations.
We can deal with. So you want to read 11 now?
Yeah, I want 11 and 12.
Okay, she go get it.
Verse 11. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you, falsely for my sake.
They're in a coat. Guess what? Why you gotta wear them hairy Tubman dresses? Huh?
Oh, get out of here.
All praise, huh?
I just had a brother comment on my post with everybody. We were talking to that Edomite Sabbath. When Nehemiah was just looking at him in his face. I'm gonna say looking at him. Yeah, brother say look like a coat to me. And I'm just saying, like a coat to me. Y'all talking to that God's chosen too. I said, oh my God. I said not today, man. But yeah, that's what they say. They say we're in a coat.
They say.
So, you know, blessing, we good though.
They say a lot.
Yeah.
The thing is, you know it's a coat.
What was that scripture you had pulled up? Learn before you speak.
Exactly. But this is the kind of our joy scripture right here. Verse 12 say, rejoice and be exceeding glad. Count it our joy. Brothers talk down on you in the court. Hey, count it all joy.
Count it all joy.
Oh, you don't deal with your family no more. Count it all joy.
They verbally assaulted me with the scriptures. That's new, right there.
That's a good one. That's a new good one.
We got falsely accused of verbally assaulting somebody with the scriptures. Count it all joy.
Count it all joy. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. They did the same thing now to our forefathers, man.
That's right.
Did the same thing to the prophets, man.
Come on. Let's go back. John chapter 15. We're going to start at verse 25.
John 15 and 25.
Uh-huh.
But this cometh to pass, that the word might be fulfilled, that is written in their law.
It's written in their law, read.
They hated me without a
They
cause.
said they hate me without a cause, man. It's just what you just said. Scripture just backs it up, man. They verbally assaulted me with the scriptures. Come on, man. No, we correcting you with the scriptures, man. Read on out.
But when the Comforter is come,
Mm-hmm.
whom I will send unto you from the Father, even the Spirit of truth,
Even the Spirit of truth. Read on these laws, statutes, and commandments. Read.
which proceeded from the Father, he shall testify of me.
Because guess what? That's why when you read Psalms 40 and 7 and Hebrews 10 and 7, it said, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. Read.
And ye also shall bear witness, because ye have been with me from the beginning.
How long we been with Yahweh Shai?
From the beginning.
We've always been with him, man. And he always done chose us, man. He done always chose us. And the world has always rejected us. Them same pictures y'all might be looking at being hung on a tree back at them us. We the same ones that they hate it. We same ones they hate right now. Because they knew we was gonna be bold enough to tell them to their face at the end, hey,
Right.
we don't want, and we back again.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Finish your thought.
And they can't do nothing about it.
Mhm.
You can't do nothing against this truth, man.
Let me get a precept on that. To even back up what I can say, give me Romans chapter 8, verse 28. Saying the same thing, man. This, even like I go in there, that's some heavy stuff because even, let's say, the spiritual world, guess what? The Most High knew who was going to be his. Who knew? He knew who was going to do the work. Read this right quick, Officer Yara.
Romans 8:28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God.
And guess what? We know that loving God is what? The ones that's keeping the commandments. Who was the only one that got the commandments? The Israelites. Read on up.
To them who are the called according to his purpose.
Who are the called according to his purpose, not our own purpose. Read on up.
For whom he did foreknow.
It says, for whom he did foreknow. Read on up.
He also did predestinate.
Guess what? He predestinated us to, guess what? Walk in his truth. Do his work. Do his will. Read on up.
To be conformed to the image of his son, so that he might be the firstborn among many brethren.
So guess what? We was called. Read on up.
Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called.
The ones that he predestinated, guess what? He called us to do this work, brothers and sisters. Read on up.
And whom he called, them he also justified. And whom he justified, them he also glorified.
So guess what? It's a pattern that we must stay on in order to, guess what? Get glorified and make it to the kingdom. That's very important that we hold fast the line, man. Go ahead, Captain Gerald.
See, that's the whole thing, man. We was called to do this thing, man. We was called, and when you walk away from it, you can't do. Like, that's your choice. Mm-hmm. You was already. That's what you think that stipulation goes off your back after you don't walk away. You still was called. You still got to do something. You still was called. Whether you go do what you want to do or not, you still, the Lord gonna still look. I still called you. I can't turn it back. I still chose you, and I can't turn it back. You still gonna have to do what I told you to do. Just like you, when the child come out the baby, when the baby come out the womb, you can't say, "Hey, baby, get back in that womb." You can't do it. That's yours. That's yours. You got to deal with it. The Lord called us to do something. We got to deal with it. No matter what goes on in our life, we got to deal with that thing, man.
Right. And if you run away, the Lord got something to say about that. Proverbs 26:11.
So you go 28:1.
We're around both of them. Proverbs 26:11. As a dog returneth to his vomit, so a fool returneth to his folly. Mm-hmm. So it's better not have known the truth than to know the truth and lead the truth after you've been called. Because he said that's like a dog returning to his vomit. And we all know that's some disgusting stuff. But that's how the world is. The world's a disgusting place that we already know about because we already was in it. So you leave out of it to come do the Lord's work and you regress and say, well, I'm not going to do it no more. Well, the Lord said it's like a dog returning to his vomit, man. And I wouldn't even want to be in the same category as nothing like that.
Man. Let's go there. Huh?
I was going to say now Proverbs 28.
No, let's go to Ecclesiastes. The wicked please.
Yeah.
Everybody, what Proverbs 28:1 say? Keep everybody keep that cup.
What did it say, Nico?
The wicked flee.
They ran from the truth.
No man pursue us.
Hey, man, it'd be funny when brothers get ready to leave, man. We be sitting in the parking lot, brother be pulling out. Say, hey, brother, roll the window down, man. Say, what's going on, brother? Hey, man, we can flee with no man pursuing.
Guess what? My brother would hit his brakes, man, and won't budge. Brother, I ain't wicked, man, so I ain't going up there with, man. Gonna be out there, we be out there baiting each other for about 30 or 45 minutes after. Man, go home, man. I'm just playing, brother.
Go to Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 8.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof.
Now the Bible says that's shot at people just trying to celebrate their birthdays. He said it's better the end of things. See, because we ain't get almost. I ain't gonna go too deep in that, but I'm gonna show you. I can show you. I don't want to go too deep in that. It said reason why it says better the end of things than the beginning, because to be absent from the Lord is to be present in this body, but to be absent from the body is to be what? Present with the Lord. That's why it's better for the end of things than the beginning of things. Keep it as this.
Let me give them one more. It's better the end of things than the beginning of things. The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So if we can do this all day, it's better the end of things than the beginning of things. That's just two examples right there.
Yeah, it's always better the end of things.
Ain't it better to get off of work than it is to go into work?
Hey, look here. Guess what? You ask some brothers that's in the penitentiary, it's better for you to finish your sentence than the beginning of that sentence.
Everybody should be having happy birthday, should be having happy death days.
That's why we say
it depends on what you did through your life. Though.
Yeah, that's true.
That's right. That's why we call it a celebration, or it's supposed to be a celebration. When you get out of going home. Walking that prison crime.
I said I want that second line. I ain't even from New Orleans. Give me that second line. Maybe make sure that second line going with the Hebrews in the back.
Real. Read that again up.
Verse 8, Ecclesiastes chapter 7. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
It says a patient of the spirit is better than the proud of spirit. When you see somebody got their pride on them, man, guess what, man? Humble yourself down. You know what? I ain't gonna take that road with them. I'm gonna let you make it, man. Because you ready for them. Guess what? When you taking vision in your own hand, it might be the repayment. But when you let the Most High whoop that butt, can't nobody whoop nobody like he whoop. He gonna whoop. He gonna get into that soul. You can't get into that soul. You just can hurt that flesh. You might prick his little flesh a little bit. You might make his feelings. You might prick a little bit of his spirit. But the Most High gonna dig into that soul, man. Read on up.
Verse 9, be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry. For anger rested in the bosom of fools.
Because anger always rests in the bosom of fools. Nigga always say, look at that nigga always mad about something. So he got some foolishness in his heart, man. For real. Read on up.
Say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these?
Man, look, he said, don't say the former days is better than these. And I always say, man, you know, back when I was such and such, man, these is way better than no. Well, ain't no days better than the days I've been in the truth. Now we talk about it, but don't say they man, look, ain't no days better than we was in the truth.
Yeah.
What days better? Man, look, now the world is waxing old. The world is waxing old. We can't get this twisted because they did have great things there, but it's not better than us knowing who we are. You could walk down the road and go get you a peach off somebody's tree, a pear off somebody's tree, an apple off somebody's tree. You can go over there and stop beside their house, drink out their water hose. All this was feasible for the hood. You can do it in anybody's neighborhood. Worldwide, that was the code. You can go eat off anybody's tree. If they got a water hose in their yard, you go open that mug up and everybody, if it's 15 of y'all, all y'all gonna drink out the same water hose. We won't worry about no COVID-19 or nothing like that. We all gonna be playing together. Guess what? We might go around the corner. One of us finna fight. When we get finished fight, we're gonna go right back to playing kickball or basketball, whatever we had, man. Yeah, we had those good things, man. Yeah, that was cool. But since we've been in this walk, man, since we're in this truth, 7 days, man, kind of God commands you to party for 7 days.
Right. And Ben not be having an attitude like that.
Man,
be smiling.
For real, and you better be
happy about it.
Joyfulness in heart.
Walking that door,
For real. God commands you that, man, ain't for 7 days. You got to party. God, dog, man. That's a beautiful God, man. Then you know how we do. We like to dress down, get out there, get our stuff going on, man. We going. And the women, y'all like to do y'all thing, dress down, get y'all stuff going on. Hey, Lord command us to have a good time, man.
How many times have we said, man, no, I'm tired, man. Man, we say we tired after the party.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shoes Monday through Sunday. We in that thing kicking it, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Now next week, that's a different story. You might catch me sleeping to the evening. But that whole week, I'm there and I'm kicking it. I'm having fun, enjoying the brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying the truth, man. So
It is. It's a beautiful thing.
He always give you that strength to go kick it too. That's a blessing.
Read on now.
Verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these?
Mm-hmm.
But thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this.
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom is good with their inheritance.
Read on.
And by it there is profit to them that see the sun.
Read on.
For wisdom is a defense.
Wisdom is a what?
Wisdom is a defense.
Now all this is going into wisdom, man. It's showing how good wisdom is and how it's inherited in us, man. The people that the meek and the righteous, man. We inherit that wisdom, man. The one that seek after that thing, man. Read.
Wisdom is a defense.
Uh-huh.
And money is a defense.
And that is comparing wisdom and money. Wisdom is the defense. Money is a defense. Because guess what? You can't go to war without having a little money. Read.
But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it.
Now, guess what? But if you ain't got enough knowledge or enough wisdom to go get some money to fight that war, you still short. If you ain't got enough wisdom to go, you ain't got enough wisdom while you in that war to maintain some money to keep this war going so you can win in your favor. You still don't know. You got to have wisdom in all things that you do. Read.
Consider the work of God.
Mm-hmm.
For who can make the straight? For who can make that straight, which he had made crooked?
Man, look, if the Most High be in this bar right here up in this room, or if the Most High sent something through this room, and he said, look here, I'm going to divide this congregation in half. Who can stop it? Can't stop it. When he plucks something, go ahead, huh?
Not good.
No, go ahead, huh?
No, it's not only that, man. When we be trying to make a lot of our enemies out to be good, Most I said, I made them crooked. How you gonna make them straight? But they nice though. They gave me something to eat. Yeah, probably spit in it too. But like I said, you can't make it. We try to make Esau so God doing straight. That one. The rest of them all bad, but that one is good because they good to you. No, it's crooked. You tell them turn around and they whole scoliosis running all down their back. They crooked, man. They whole body bent up, but you don't see it. That's all I need on that.
I seen a video on YouTube. It was an old video. A sister. She said that white man, well, he slick. 1 minute he'll be talking nice to you, being friends with you, and the next day he'll try to cut your throat. And she said, not with the knife, with them words that he said. He a wishy-washy, unstable man, man.
Old poly devil.
Old poly devil.
Old poly devil. Read me verse 14.
In the day of prosperity, be joyful. But in the day of the adversary, consider.
Now he said, now in the day of prosperity, be joyful, man. He said, but in the day of adversity, consider. Read.
In the day of prosperity, be joyful. But in the day of adversity, consider. God also has set the one over against the other. To the end that man should find nothing after him.
He said, man, God the one that did it, man. He said, man, ain't no smoke gonna be or nobody blow a trumpet in the city that he don't know about, man. He said, he the one that wound, he the one that heal, he the one to make alive, he the one that kill. The Lord does all those things, man. Let's go to now I can go different ways. Matter of fact, let's go 1 Peter right quick. We gotta dig in this. Because we said we name of the class is called Count It All Joy, but we got to dig in these marriages a little bit too. Because a lot of times we fighting a fight in our household that's not our fight. when the husband can get this in their mind, or when a 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 1, when the husband can get that in his mind, or if a wife can get that in her mind, man, y'all have a beautiful thing going. 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 1.
1 Peter chapter 3 verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise, you wives, be in subjection to your own husband.
Read it over again now.
Likewise, you wives, be in subjection to your own husband.
Man, I can't see how people can read the Bible and don't think that that matters. What does mean subjection mean? Matter of fact, let's go to the beginning and then we'll go back. Genesis chapter 3 verse 16. And see what the Bible says. To see what the subjection he's talking about.
Book of Genesis chapter 3 verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband.
And he shall do what?
And he shall rule over thee.
He gonna rule over you, man. You can't get around this, man. That's something that we can't get around this. But when they not lining up, when they not lining up with it, that's a woman going off. That's a woman not having herself in order. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, when she not having the thing is, a lot of men, we take this personal as if, man, she's supposed to be subject to me and she ain't doing this. But guess what? When she ain't doing it to you, she not doing it to you, she doing it to the Most High. That's what we not getting in our mind. And when the woman does that, she's not doing it to that man, you doing it to the Most High. That's something that we have to get in our mind state. But sometimes people think that fight is there. The Lord said, no, that fight ain't yours. That fight is mine. She's doing it to me because it's in my word. So when she's not subjected to her husband, hey, don't take it personal. You know who she doing it to. But when you rage up against her now, you want to prove your point. Now the Lord looking at you like, nigga, you in the middle of something. I'm finna throw this. I gotta throw a curveball to hit her, but because you standing in the way. Guess what? Now just stay right there. I'm gonna shoot this 100-mile curve, this 100-mile fastball straight down the middle. I'm gonna hit both of y'all. Because we thinking that this fight is ours, this is not our fight, man. The Lord just told us to keep his commandments, man. That's all he told us to do. He told us to keep his commandments and everything else. He gonna seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these will be added unto you, man.
And that's the thing about it. We got to do what the Bible says and count it all joy. Whether we like what he said do or what we don't like what he said do. Just do what he say do and count it joy. Even if I might have to suffer doing what he told me to do, but guess what? It's all joy. That's right. And that's what he said. Just count it all joy. Just do what he say and count it joy. Whether you like it or not. There's a lot of stuff I didn't like in this Bible. I used to like my bald head, man. I didn't want no bald spot. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want no beard. I liked the goatee. I thought I was cool looking. You know what I'm saying? Then I got to do what the Most High do, and I don't care. I count it all joy. The bald spot looks good to me now. I look in the mirror and be like, ooh, like that bald spot getting a little bigger.
That's crazy, man.
And we got to realize that long suffering, if we in the spirit, which we got to learn to grow to be in the spirit. But when you do understand that, you understand that it's long suffering to go along with that. So, like I said, we got our own walk to do. We can't try to do our walk and drag our spouses with us. And that's a learning process that you have to understand. You know, when you first come to the truth, like I read the scripture, it's supposed to be like this. But you have to understand that you have to do your part. And if you doing your part, that's all you can do. We can't force our spouses to do nothing. That's not our job to do that, because then we might well be doing Islam or Christianity. This ain't no force somebody to do some type of thing. This is, you have to do it on your own.
That's right.
So we can't rule like a lion in our household. We got to practice, as well as we practice the fruits of the spirit with one another, we have to practice that with our significant others also.
That's right.
And to go back on it, a lot of times, 5 out of 10 times, you got to look at yourself. Because if that woman, it's her natural duty to be in submission. So if she's not a submission, then you gotta look at yourself and be like, what am I doing wrong? So a lot of times men want to have that role, they don't want to play the role the way they're supposed to play. You got to be able to be a leader, for a woman to want to be led by you. Yep. And then we go both ways. Like I said, you can't take it from her or not take it from yourself either.
Because that's what they do.
Go ahead.
No, you finished.
I'll just say that.
No, they'll do that. Like the men will be like, woman, you need to be under subjection. I'm gonna go to the club, and I'll be back.
Right.
Yeah. Like, well, we gotta, like I said, like he said, it's a natural occurrence for the woman to be like that, but it should be, it's a work ethic for a man to be the man and stand up as the man of the Most High.
That's
God.
right. And you shouldn't expect her to follow after you, and you not keeping no commandments. But also the brothers that's in this walk, even sometime when a brother is keeping the commandments, it's still got to deal with that thing, man. Guess what, man? It's not your fight. She didn't do it. She ain't just did it to you. She did it to you and everybody above it. The thing is, that's one of the major things that we say. Who is our head? Brothers, who our head?
Right.
So guess what? She has the way she say something to you, you say that to Christ. It don't happen that way, do it? So she should think the same way, like, oh, I can't say that, because now if I say it to him, I gotta look what's above him. Because when you break the chain, you the one that broke the chain. I ain't break nothing. Don't be two parts of the chain broken. You stay in order and let that part of the chain break by its dang own self, man.
Because we have to remember this. What the scriptures say, a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. So we was in wickedness. They was in there with us because we didn't get married under the law. So just because you was the first one to come into the truth, you got to realize that that's the Most High did that, and he got to work with your significant other too. That's a learning process. That's why we telling y'all right now, this is things that we had to learn ourselves. But that's how it works. We can't be pushy. We can't be trying to force somebody. We have to practice that same patience and long suffering that the spirit, fruits of the spirit say to do with our significant others. Matter of fact, with the people that we love the most.
That's right. Let's get back to it, man. 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 1. Read that over again.
1 Peter 3 and 1. Likewise, you wives, be in subjection to your own husband, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wife.
Now, you not using the words, you can be won by the conversation of your wife. You just give in to it. Same thing Adam did, gave in. Won by the conversation of the wife.
Eat this.
Okay. Well, eat this. I ain't on. If you don't eat this, then you can't get in the bed with me tonight. Well, I don't know what kind of house y'all live in. Yeah, I ain't getting in the what? Oh no, you might want to see cocktails out of the room. I'm gonna get in bed. You and what arm are gonna stop me from getting in this mug? Now, as far as you touch me, it's something different. But hey, I'm gonna get in this bed. I'm gonna get in this bed.
Reserve me a spot, 'cause I'm in that thing.
Read on now.
While they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear.
See, man, that's what they supposed to be doing. Like we are coupled with fear when we talking to Yahushua. They should be coupled with fear when they crossing that line. Nope, I can't do it. Just can't do it. I'm not gonna cross that line with Yahushua. She should be the same way when we get ready to come out of her mouth the wrong way. She should be coupled with fear. Like, nope. I'm gonna let the Lord fight for this one because I sure want to say something. Read on up.
Whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of planting the hair, or of plaiting the hair, and of wearing of gold, or of putting on of apparel.
Now he's saying, look, don't get. Now he's telling you, don't get married just because she looking good. She got all her costly array on. She looking good. Don't get won by that conversation, man. We have to obey God rather than man. Read on.
But let it be the hidden man of the earth, and that which is
read
not.
That over again.
Man, y'all got to get me on.
Glass.
A bigger Bible,
What's some glasses?
a bigger Bible. But let it be the hidden man of the heart, and that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit.
See,
which,
go ahead.
Which is in the sight of God of great price.
Ooh, wee.
Yeah.
Boy, you know that's a
That's a uniform.
man. He said that's a unicorn.
No, what God likes.
I got it.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
It's quiet.
There you go. So Rock chapter 26 and verse
Yeah.
14.
don't get 13.
I think you said a crying. Oh, look at
Y'all precept on First Peter.
Do time, right? The book of Sirach, chapter 26, verse 13.
We can get 13 and 14.
The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bone.
Man, you know how brothers, look, you know how brothers, man, when his wife take care of, boy, they be like, dang, brother, I gave him a little weight, man. Yeah, man, I'm eating good now.
Brother, I ain't seen you in a while. Yeah, you know, I've been at the house.
And guess what? For the married sisters, these are the scriptures that sisters can often read over. I would say a lot of times we show sisters with this scripture. This is one of them, the book of Judith. It's scriptures that sisters can often read over to show them how to conduct themselves as our foremothers did. So these are good scriptures as well. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Verse 14, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed.
He said nothing much worth is a mind well instructed, man. Man, that's a beautiful thing, man. When a man and a woman, both mind is well instructed, both of y'all seeking the Most High, man. Read on.
Hold on a second. Read that again from the beginning.
A silent and loving woman is a gift
That's
of the Lord.
Gift that the Most High give a woman. And that's what a lot of women, a lot of times, man, y'all don't want to even use your gift. Now, I got to tell this nigga a piece of my mind. I got to give him a piece of my mind. But your gift, and then you wonder why it ain't nothing working, because you got to use your gift properly. You got to use that silence, and that silence, you tear him up.
You ain't lying.
That's one of the worst things a man will be doing, boy. He'll be like, man, she ain't said nothing in 2 days.
Girl, you better say something.
Man, I be like, God dang, hold on. Now he gonna bow down and humble himself, like, cause he need to get a word from you. But if you run your mouth, he'll be like, and he just gonna be running his mouth, and he gone, and now he mad and all this. But when you use your gift works. It works if you trust the Most High. But you just gotta be able to use that gift and not want his gift. He got a gun because he gotta go shoot some stuff. You got to quiet him out because you finna shoot all of it.
But hold up, but we also, like I say, it's all about depending on what you use inside for.
Yeah, don't just get
don't go carnal now. Don't go carnal on her. We gotta keep it spiritual now.
Yeah, not because you just mad. Because when you use the silences, you know, when you mad about something, you don't gotta just blurt it out. Sometimes just like he's saying, be silent and let the Most High deal with it.
See, because
that's his head. Y'all gotta remember, that's his head. That's right. So I'm gonna be silent and let his head deal with it.
Because I'm gonna show you something in this. Go jump up Sirach 25 and 22. Jump up to verse 22. Because guess what? Things do occur, man. That's why the Bible it covers so much stuff, man. Sirach 25 and 22.
Book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 22. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger.
She is what?
Is full of anger.
Greed.
Impudence. And much reproach.
Because guess what? If a woman is maintaining her husband, she is gonna be upset. Man, this nigga left them skin my drawers all over the country. Man, woman be mad in the mud, man.
This nigga ain't paid no bills. I gotta pay all the bills.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
That hit hard right there.
Yeah.
And it touches on both subjects like the captains had brought out. And that's why you see a lot of times whatever they did to the so-called black man. The woman done been lifted up. A lot of times she taking care of him, but she in that house mad because she is doing that. That's not the natural order of sisters. Now, guess what? In this captivity, it's okay for men and women to work to provide for a better life for y'all people, because it do takes two financial outcomes, but we know where the order lies when you get the understanding of the scriptures. He's still your head, even if you make it more than him, you know. But that's what Esau puts on her. But a sister does be angry when they taking care of the man in the house, and he's not sitting around and doing nothing.
Playing PlayStation.
Exactly.
Yeah, but see, and it's gonna vex the sister, man, because when she maintaining her husband. Let's jump back down to verse 26 and 15.
Sirach 26:15. A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace.
Is a what?
Is a double grace.
Is it a shamefaced and faithful woman? Is a double grace, man. Read.
And her continent mind cannot be valued.
And it can't be met, can't be valued. That's that Proverbs 31, man. It can't be valued, man.
That's when they gotta come to the what's name to be in a shamefaced and quiet. That's when that because everybody gotta know your mind doing something that other women's minds just not doing. So it can't be valued because you got an understanding of what's going on. That's no value you can put on that.
On that. Let's go back to 1 Peter. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 5.
Yeah.
Verse 5.
1 Peter 3:5. For after this manner, in the old time, the holy woman also, who trusted in God, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husband.
Being what?
Being in subjection unto their own husband.
Man, must be upon the subjection of their own husband. Hey, we just read the Bible, and they got to say, the Bible say what they say. Hey, they said what it say. Read on up.
Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham.
What she obeyed Abraham, and what she called him?
Calling him Lord.
She called him what?
Lord.
She called him Lord, but he's not the Lord, but it's her Lord.
And like we tell brothers and sisters, what is this? This is just a form of respect that wives have unto their husband. Righteous sisters. Like I say, he ain't putting them on a pedestal as Christ and the Most High God, you know, because that's the initial thought when sisters come into the truth. But it's just a form of respect. That's all that it is.
And Abraham wasn't no chump. Abraham was the man. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta show the respect, man.
That's right, Father. Because the thing is, and you know, everybody looking as if, oh yeah, man, the woman, man, need to be calling me Lord. Then I'm asking y'all a question. Okay, the woman can call you Lord. That's good and daddy. But which one of y'all gonna take y'all son up to the mountaintop and go get a knife and gonna have to prepare his body and say, look here, son, I need you to be obedient because I'm finna have to sacrifice you. Which one of y'all got enough guts about y'allself to go do that? To have that status means a full respect of the Most High God. That's why it was respect there, because Abraham followed the Most High exactly as he told him to follow him. He said, Abraham, take your son up there. Guess what? Guess who else was in order? His son was in order. It didn't say he chasing Isaac around trying to catch him to put him on that fire. Isaac laid right down there, exactly what the Lord commanded him to do. And Isaac asked one question. He said, well, I see everything, but where's the sacrifice? And Abraham said, the Lord will provide. So guess what? Who gonna take their son up there to the mountain, as Abraham did, and sacrifice? Will be prepared to sacrifice because he had it up in the air and was finna drop down on him. And then the angel came down. What did he say? Abraham, I got a lamb for you right here in the bush. That's having respect to the Lord, man, to his Lord. Everybody wants to be so hung strong being called Lord, but you ain't carrying the title as being the Lord. You got to learn how to be a Lord to get that title, man. That's the whole point, isn't it, man? Yeah, she had respect for him. So I hear a lot of people saying it, but people don't want to live like a Lord. You want to be called Lord, but you live like one of the garbage pail kids or something.
And you made a great point. We have to learn how to be. We got to learn. We got to throw away that old man of how we thought to be in this world. We have to learn how to be godly husbands and godly wives. Learn how to be princes and princesses of the power. This is what we learning right now. We princes and princesses in training. So we got to learn how to be these things. That's what we inspired to be also. We ain't no bums on the street. We ain't no niggas. The Lord said we are royal priesthood, a holy nation. So right now we're learning how to be that again. And that's a beautiful thing, man. They ain't got no places where you can go to learn how to do that. And when you royalty, they teach you how to be that from a baby.
That's right.
So we have to be reborn to be retaught how to be royalty. That's what we're doing right now.
That's right. Read on up.
Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are.
Because y'all are the daughters of Sarah, man. Read on.
As long as ye do well.
As long as you do well, read on.
And are not afraid with any amazement.
And not afraid with any amazement, man. As long as you follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, man, it shouldn't be no fear there, man. Read on.
Let me touch on something on that. Because when that came up, that brought me to the Willie Lynch. They got our women scared to death, man, to let our men be men, to let our young men to be men. They stand in the way of that thing, man, to the point where they hinder these boys from being men, and then they be effeminate males. So the Lord said, where it go? He said, daughters, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well, keep the commandments, and are not afraid with any amazement. So, like when we go out here to do this work for the Most High, y'all shouldn't be afraid with any amazement, because y'all understand what we doing, what the Lord commanded us to do. When these young men start coming up and have to do the Lord work, mothers, don't be afraid, like they was doing when they was riding in Ferguson. Mama's running all down the street. Boy, what you doing? The man, he trying to be a warrior. Oh, you gonna go to jail? You gonna do that anyway if you don't do nothing.
That's right.
So don't be afraid.
Now we're finna get ready to touch on these men. It's gonna go back to the women a little bit, but it's gonna touch on these men, man. Because we got to deal with things too. Because guess what? Men got to understand these women are in the same captivity that we in. They came out the same world that we in. Some of them ain't even left the world. We still dealing with that thing, man. Read verse 7, Doc.
Verse 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge.
How do you dwell with your wife according to knowledge, man? If you got a problem with your husband, you got a problem with how she doing it, it's not ruling like a lion. It's not ruling in what you want to do, because I told her to do this and she got to do this. Yes, she is up under subjection to you, but you should be ruling her with this. You should be ruling her with this. You want to learn, you want to be able to guide her the right way, guide her with this. A lot of people gonna lose because they don't use this. She don't use her sword by her silence. You don't use your sword by using the Bible. You want to go with what you want to say, because if y'all break out to the argument right now, she ain't gonna say no more than what you gonna say, and you ain't gonna say no more than what she gonna say. Y'all gonna be sitting there looking at each other, and both of y'all pissed off because she arguing about a blue curtain and you arguing about a gold curtain, and y'all arguing about two different things. Y'all ain't gonna never come up to an understanding.
From my experience of seeing life, you're gonna be doing that for 20, 30, 40 years, just wasting time.
For real,
and you can build up your relationship and be happy if we just go by what the Lord left for us to do.
And how you be happy to know who fight this is. We got to know who fight this is. It's not our fight, but we choose to make a fight. Now, a lot of times people they get pulled different directions, because a lot of times women get pulled different directions because they don't listen to their husband. Men get pulled different directions because they don't listen to your house shot and what he left for him to do. Because if I tell my wife, look, man, I need you to go to the store and get such. I ain't gonna do this. Okay, then. That's cool. But the next time she asks the Lord for something, now guess what's gonna happen? Well, Lord, I need him. The Lord said, well, your Lord told you to do this. You got to deal with it now. We got to know what our role is in this whole situation. Every class that we bring out, it'll be vital information. And if they not catching it, the Most High lines these classes, we just go in the spirit, man. Read verse 7 again, up.
Verse 7, likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge.
It said, dwell with them according to knowledge. And y'all know what you find knowledge at Malachi 2:7, man. No, man, we get close. We're going to have a 15-hour class. Read on up.
Giving honor unto the wife
Giving what?
Giving honor unto the wife.
Well, look at, I don't think these men heard that. Read it again out.
Giving honor unto the wife.
So when these men up in the camps and they call their wives bitches, man, y'all done lost y'all dang on mind, man. Y'all done lost y'all dang on mind, man. And when a man is not giving honor to his wife, you not loving that wife as Christ loved the church, man. You not loving the wife as Christ loved the church, man. And you got to deal with your head on that too. And they wonder why people get jacked up all the time. You got to learn who fight this is, man. Because we step into another realm. When you step into another realm, he gonna see how far you gonna go. Like, look at this dang on food. You just add more and more stuff on yourself because you ain't doing what you supposed to do. We just gonna read the scriptures and let God be true and let every man be a liar, man. So when you break out to saying anything, I'm gonna go, okay, let's see if you lying. Okay, that didn't say that. Well, yeah, I told you didn't say that. Now you're arguing about something else. I'm done, and be done with it. She can talk all she want, but guess what a man gonna do? You gonna sit there and argue with her all day long because you think you gonna say just as much she gonna say, and you think you gonna quiet her down by your conversation. The Most High shut that mouth up, and she can't never open that thing back up again. And that's what you can't do. You might can swell it up and bust it up or whatever you think you do, but if the Lord don't let it swell up, it still won't swell up. You can't do nothing against her, man. Man, you supposed to be honoring that woman, man. Read on up.
Giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel.
As unto the weaker vessel. I don't think a lot of them heard. Read this real slow. Because they haven't heard it there, man. Read this sink in.
Giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel.
I had to learn that myself. I had to learn. Say, man, this. I know I'm stronger in the flesh than I'm stronger in the spirit than she is, man. I know the Lord built me up to be. He gonna always build a man up to be stronger than a woman, man, spiritually and physically. But you becomes on the same level when you bring your spiritual level down, and then she got her spiritual level already down. You just on her level now because you think you can feed the beast with what you got to say. You better shut your mouth, man, and let the Lord fight, man. But I promise you, can't nobody win. Because when he say move, you just think about it. The Most High, you done went all about your day, did everything you wanted to do. That son kept on doing exactly what it's supposed to do. That wind blowed exactly what the Lord said to blow. And when that sun got ready to drop, the Lord said, hey, you already know what to do. I ain't got to tell you. I done put it in you. The moon going to come up exactly how the Lord say to do. Them stars going to shine how the Lord say to do. But we the only one that the Lord tell us to do something, we don't do it. That's why she got to put it in our minds and our hearts, because we ain't got enough understanding that if he tell us to do something, that's what he means.
And it's saying the weaker vessel because guess what? A lot of times sisters may not catch on, brothers, to certain scriptures, to certain understanding of their roles as the Bible outlines. So we ought to be patient with them. We, even myself, brothers deal with stuff. Don't think just because y'all see brothers up here in the seats that we don't deal with things. So, like I said, a lot of times when these scriptures come out, they be aimed at us too. You know what I'm saying? So it's to help all of us because, like I said, they not on the same level. Now we know it's some sisters that have good understanding of the scriptures, but some sisters, yeah, exactly. But it's coupled with, like you say, the marriage. You want to put all of that together and know your full-fledged role according to the scriptures on how to have a husband. And like I said, when you read Sirach scripture chapters like Sirach chapter 26, you want to read over these things. More important, you want to meditate on these things, man. Reading the book of Jude, seeing how our foremothers walked and lining up the best way that y'all can through the scriptures.
That's right. Go ahead, and that's a true statement, man. Read on up.
As unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together.
As being heirs together. Read.
Of the grace of life. That your prayers be not hindered.
Because guess what? When you being heirs together, we both gonna give all praises and honor to the Most High. We gonna be followed, because if the woman don't know how to follow the Most High, she's not gonna know how to follow you. She just not gonna do it. She just ain't gonna do it. And she can't. You look at some women don't want to be heirs with you. Some women want to rule over you, and they want you to be heirs with them. But even though we're gonna be heirs together, she still got to know that I'm gonna be her head. That's how they go. Because the scriptures say what they say in 1 Corinthians. They say what they say. We can't change it.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to get your inheritance without her. She ain't gonna be able to get her inheritance without you. Y'all done became one.
Mm-hmm.
So you fighting her or she fighting you, you fighting you.
Yep.
And she fighting her.
Take a look in the mirror.
As much as y'all want to argue, you see them fighting herself. You ain't doing them fighting herself. You know what I'm saying? So when you call her a B, you
call yourself one.
You want to.
Mm-hmm.
There's just 2 female dogs in the house.
That's it.
You call her a B, you somebody with a B.
And you are a B too.
You are a B too.
I guess we be jamming.
Take one of those. Take one of those. Take one of those.
You are more than mine.
Read all up.
Finally, be ye all of one mind.
Be what up?
Finally, be ye all of
We
one
say
mind.
we have to be all of one mind, man. We all should be all of one mind. Guess what? When she see you get silent, guess what? Her the next step she'll go, I'm going ahead and leave it alone too. Because some of us don't know how to do it, man. We gonna. I got to get my point across, and I don't give a dang. I got to let it make it. Even the children dealing with the other child, they got to get their point across, man. In the same way, you think you're gonna get your point across, next thing you know, something happened to you. We can't play with the Most High, man. We gotta let the Most High fight these battles for us, man. Read on up.
Be ye all of one mind, having compassion one of another. Love as brethren. Be pitiful.
Be what up?
Be pitiful.
Man, guess what? The Lord told us to be pitiful. Man, you're a pitiful nigga. Yeah, the Lord told you to be pitiful. That's tender-hearted, man. Read on.
Be pitiful. Be courteous.
Be pitiful and courteous. Because a lot of brothers, we don't use courtesy. There's no courtesy. There's no courtesy. Read on.
Not rendering evil for evil.
Not rendering evil for evil. I'm gonna pay this nigga back, boy. I'm gonna pay him back. And some of us will do that. They'll try to pay somebody back. Hey man, brother bumped up to me, and I'd be like, bump him back. Come on, man. What you gonna pay? You gonna pay somebody back, man? Let the Most High pay him back. Let the Most High pay him back, man. Man, I told Nehemiah, I said, Nehemiah, I said, man, I gotta change my ways. Nehemiah said, what you talking about, man? I said, I'm finna be Mr. Nice Guy like a mug. He said, Mr. Nice Guy. He said, man, you one of the nicest guys I ever met in my life. I said, man, the way I see the Bible and the way I've been reading this thing, I said, I got a whole lot more to go, man. I need to be way nicer than what I am, man. I need to be way more serving than what I am. I need to give more. I keep telling myself, because if we not examining ourselves and looking in the mirror to try to find and to do something better in our life for the Most High, man, there's a lot of people just ain't gonna make it, man. He said a righteous will barely make it in, man. I just hope I'm counted to be righteous, man. He said the righteous gonna barely make it in, man. If I got to be a good guy, I'm gonna let you make it. Guess what, man? If you got to win, go on win, man. I don't even care, man. I'm just gonna let you win, because I'm just not gonna do it. If the Lord can give me good breath in my body and good understanding to see what's going on, I'm gonna let you win. Cause it ain't no. Because guess what? I'm gonna keep on leaning on the Most High and let Him fight our battles, man. That's the count of our joy that we got to be getting our mindset. The Lord said, man, I get the victory. As long as the Lord getting the victory, that's the joy, man.
Oh, praise.
That's the joy that we should be seeking for, man. That the Most High want us to get in our mindset. The joy that He's seeking for is to Him to fight the battle when He puts you through that. Not you fight the battle. Because we can fight battles all day long with our mouth, but we ain't gonna win, man. We got to let the Most High fight that battle, man. Read on up.
Not rendering evil for evil, or rating for rating, but country-wise blessing.
But what?
But contrariwise blessings.
But blessings, man. Read.
Knowing that ye are thereunto called.
Because we was called, man. Read on.
That ye should inherit a blessing.
That ye shall inherit the blessing, man. Read.
For he that will love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil.
What did he do up?
Let him refrain his tongue from evil. And his lips that they speak no guile.
And that's what I've been trying to get myself to understand, it, man. And that's what we supposed to be doing. When the husband dealing with the wife, when the children dealing with each other, when we dealing with each other as brothers and sisters, man, that's something that we got to get in our mindset, whether the next person got it or not, man. But one thing about it, you can't change them, but you can change you. And that's something that we have to get our mindset to think, man. If we're not thinking that way, that you got it. Because a lot of people think, man, if I keep doing it, I'm going to change it. Man, my wife ain't doing this. Man, I got to change her. You can't change her. The Most High has to change her. And both of y'all get the glory. And both of y'all praise him and he get the glory. He has to change her. The Most High can't change your husband, man. I mean, Shalaki, man, you can't change your husband. The Most High has to change your husband. It's just not gonna ever work that way. The Most High has to change him, and he has to change you. But you got to let him fight between you and her, and you keep doing the right way, and she keep doing the right way. That's the only way this thing gonna make it. Just with when brothers and sisters in the household together, you can't go back and forth, ready to fight each other over every little detail of your life, because you're not gonna win, man. You'll grow up and you'll have brothers and sisters, they'll be separated, man, and they don't even talk to each other, don't even deal with each other, because they've been doing this all their life, been fighting, because you not letting the Lord fight for you. We got to stop this thing, man. The count it all joy the Most High is talking about is the count it all joy that he has to get the victory, man. Not you in your own personal flesh. It's the Most High got to get the victory in that thing, man. Read on up.
Let him eschew evil and do good. Let him seek peace.
Let him do what?
Let him seek peace. And ensue.
He said we got to seek peace, man, and live in that thing, man. Read.
For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous.
The eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, man. Read on.
And his ears are open unto their prayers.
And he did what up?
And his ears are open unto their prayers.
His ears are open to the righteous prayers, man. So when you see brothers is upset, or brothers going out, or brothers being hurt, or whatever brothers and sisters going through, guess what, man? We supposed to be praying for them, man. Praying for our brothers and sisters, man. The fervent prayer of the righteous man availeth much, man. Read on up.
But the face of the Lord is against them that do evil.
See, because that's the thing. We want to jump. The people that want to jump in, they want to do what they want to do, and not let the Lord fight for them. That's evil, man. That's an evil work, man. We gotta give the Lord his glory, man. Read on.
And who is he that will harm you?
He said, what now?
And who is he that will harm you?
He said, who is he that will harm you, man? Read.
If you be followers of that which is good.
He said, man, if you be followers of that which is good, who gonna harm you? What you gonna worry about, the one that's gonna kill the body? They can't put the body and soul into the lake of fire. Come on, man. I'm gonna fear the one that's gonna put body and soul in the lake of fire if you ain't doing the right thing, man. We don't.
But if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye, and be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled.
Man, don't be afraid of what they gonna say, and don't be troubled by what they gonna say neither, man. Cause you got a God that's gonna fight for you, man. We got a God that's gonna fight for us, man. Read on. Last verse.
But sanctify the Lord God in your heart.
He said, but do what up?
But sanctify the Lord God in your heart.
We must sanctify the Lord God in our hearts, man. Let him be the fight, man. Let him that you got the joy that you got to be counting on. Let him be that joy that you count on, man. Read on.
And be ready always to give an answer.
So be ready always to give an answer, man. Proverbs 15:1, man. A soft word will turn away wrath, man. Read.
And always give an answer, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear.
With what?
With meekness and fear.
With meekness and with fear, man. We got to learn how to be with each other, man. We got to give the most high his praise, man. we gotta give him his honor and his glory, man. And with that, man, we're gonna say shalom, man. Y'all got a law.
Yeah, that Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 21.
Let's get there, man. Those that's on Facebook, thanks for sharing the video and watching the video. Those that's on YouTube, thanks for watching the videos, man. Share these videos, man. We hope that it reach the four corners of the earth, man. So hey, and those are the ones also that's giving on the GoFundMe. All praise to the Most High for giving it to the funds. We'll be using it according to the Most High will, not our own will. You got some up?
No, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 21. Thus said the Lord, take heed to yourself and bear no burden on the Sabbath day.
Read that again now.
Thus said the Lord, take heed to yourself and bear no burden on the Sabbath day.
It's very important because we know that things may come up, but the Bible says bear no burden on the Sabbath day. When problems that you're dealing with, let it all go when you come up in the building to worship the Most High on the Sabbath day. Read on up.
Nor bring it in by the gates of
And
Jerusalem.
it's telling you, don't even bring it in the congregation, in the gates by Jerusalem. Read on up.
Neither carry forth a burden out of your houses on the Sabbath day.
So the things that brothers and sisters may get into it with on wives with, or your brother, or your sister, or your mama, guess what? You don't want to bring that stuff to Sabbath class or anywhere in the building, even on Wednesdays. Read on up.
Hold up, man. You should never want to bring that into around a group of people anyway. They're just like you know more than the worldly Negro. They go to the club looking for that fight, man. Just go to the club looking for that fight, man.
Put a trash can at the door on the outside.
Real.
So I can throw all y'all problems right in there before you come in the building.
On that.
Write it on a piece of paper. Write it on a piece of paper and throw it in the trash when you walk through the door.
Read verse 22 up. Neither carry forth a burden out of your houses on the Sabbath day. Neither do ye any work, but hallow ye the Sabbath day as I commanded your father.
Hey, hollow, separate yourself from all those troubles, all those burdens. Come in and serve the Lord with joyfulness and gladness of heart, man. Go ahead.
And with that, say shalom.
Shalom.
Follow me.